Jamie asks a question. Is there anything you can share from your experience in training, work, life, nutrition that you'd advise someone with burnout or a concussion history look into or try? Okay, so there's burnout and there's concussion. I'm going to answer the concussion side. I've had a bad concussion 2.5 years ago, 2.5 years ago, and since then I've struggled with falling into the repeated loop of overworking, burning out, crashing, recovering, and then starting again. Okay, Jamie, we really are pushing into medical advice here, but I've had a serious concussion. I have a 6-month period in my life where I don't remember anything. I do have some handwriting samples from the period, and it looks like a kindergartner's. I get that. Well, I'll just tell you one thing that helps me a lot. I do get that weird wave of depression. One thing that helped me a lot, and that's going to sound so simple, but God, it helped me a lot. I now, when I feel a depression coming on, a low, a dark, what I call the dark night of the soul, I simply look at it and say, oh, this can sound weird. Oh, this is caused by a concussion. Remember that. This isn't you. This is a thing that comes by every so often. I gotta tell you, it sounds so simple. But it really has helped me. So when it comes to concussion protocols, and with my work with the military, I've been able to work with the best concussion protocol guy in the world. So I'm just going to tell you what he told me. Okay, it's going to start with sleep. But I do want to add one small thing that he got me doing, which really helped. It's called cryotherapy, and that's when you go in the chamber and they make it really cold with nitrogen. I like the ones where the head is also involved. Now you have to wear earmuffs and gloves because otherwise certain parts of your body might freeze off. Underwear is a good idea. Socks. But shockingly, cryotherapy really helped me. Even something as simple as I do what's called the James Bond shower, and that's when you take, you do your normal shower, you shave and do your hair and whatever, and then you put on ice water, and I just stick my head in there. And listen, Jamie, if it's voodoo, it's voodoo, but it's working. I haven't had the dark moments in a while, which always scares me to say out loud, because then it's like, oh, here comes one. So a couple things. First, acknowledge that you had a concussion. Kind of remind yourself, okay, I got this thing, and it probably did some damage up there, but it's just a thing. Oh, here it is, okay? If you can, the cryotherapy, the ice showers, I'm sure an ice bath would help. I'm sure exposure to cold would help. In the winter, I've gone to wearing short sleeves because, well, I guess it's good for your fat burning or brown fat or something, but it also seems to help me with my concussions. And then now let's get to the big one, which is sleep. You need to make sure your room is cooler than you think. I remember when we were first told about this, they said 72. The sleep researcher guy told me 62, which is a hugely cooler than I thought. There are pillows that you can now buy that have cooling in them. I have a little thing we put on our bed, which is just a cover, but it keeps the whole body a little bit cooler. You want the room to be as dark as you possibly can be and as quiet as you possibly can be. I would even go so far. I thought I had one up here, but I have these little Bluetooth headphones that also is a mask for your eyes. It's a mask for your eyes, Bluetooth, and you maybe even want to. I use Brain.fm. There's a guided sleep in there with all these different noises, so you don't hear anything, you don't see anything. Keep yourself cool, but sleep is the big fix. You might even want to look in. Now I'm completely off out of my lane right now, but you might even want to look into seeing a therapist, seeing a specialist on this, and talking in more depth. One of the things about concussions, it can bring up some of the muddied waters of your life, and something as simple as sitting down with somebody, it could even be a good friend, and talking about some stuff might really make you go, I have several friends that I trust, and I can talk to them about certain life issues, and it is a great relief. The other thing, Jamie, it's only been 2.5 years. I know that sounds like a long time, but concussions seem to slowly wave down. It's kind of like my brothers had malaria when I was growing up, and I feel the same way about concussions. If you can survive the first part, you're going to survive the whole thing. Jamie, I know it was all over the place, but I hope that helped, okay? And keep in touch, okay?